Friday is traditionally dedicated to the remembrance of the saving death of our Lord and suffering in the world. That is why on Fridays we have our continuous reading of Pope Francis's meditations against war, building a culture of peace. Today's thoughts were delivered in the Angelus prayer in 2022, the 27th of February. Let's not forget the many wars around the world. In recent days, we have been shaken by something tragic, war. Several times we have prayed that this road would not be taken. And let us not stop praying. Indeed, let us implore God more intensely. Those who wage war, those who provoke war, forget humanity. They do not start from the people. They do not look at the real life of people, but place partisan interests and power before all else. They trust in the diabolical and perverse logic of weapons, which is furthest from the will of God. And they distance themselves from ordinary people who want peace, who are the real victims in every conflict, who pray for the follies of war with their own skin. I think of the elderly, of those who are seeking refuge in these hours, of mothers fleeing with children. They are brothers and sisters for whom it is urgent to open humanitarian corridors and who should be welcomed. With a heart broken by what is happening in Ukraine, let us not forget the wars in other parts of the world, such as in Sudan, Yemen, in Syria, in Ethiopia. I repeat, the Pope says, silence all weapons. God is with the peacemakers, not with those who use violence. Because those who love peace, as the Italian constitution states, reject war as an instrument of aggression against the freedom of other people and as a means for the settlement of international disputes. Regardless where we live in the world, let us cherish the words of the Holy Father. All of us have to raise the question, even if we don't live in a war region, what is my responsibility? How have I contributed to these present conflicts? Our lack of self-giving, our self-centeredness, our sins or vices are definitely fueling these wars and play a huge part in building up these conflicts. Let us also read the Pope's words as a judgment, not only on Russia, who committed this aggression, but also on our own Western leaders. Those who support a war, those who wage war, they forget humanity. They do not start from the people. They do not look at the real life of people. They trust in the diabolical and perverse logic of weapons, which is furthest from the will of God. Political leaders, without consulting their people, without consulting the common good of their people and peoples around the nation, they are committing a crime. May God's punishment and offer for conversion be both on us, and let it be in our hands if we speak up for peace and stopping supplying weapons to war-torn regions.